In this episode of The Travel Bags, we visit our home congregation in Las Vegas, Nevada, reminisce about the years we spent there, and share one of the first songs we ever sang there. We are in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we are at our home congregation here in Las Vegas. This is where it all started, right here. This is our congregation that we were members of, and we're still members of, for the past, 19 years? I think almost 20 years. And this is where it all started. We lived in the Las Vegas area for about 13 years. And before we started out on the road full time, and this was our home congregation, and this was the congregation that my music ministry pretty much started in. And right over there where I'm set up for the worship service that we did last night, the Lent worship service, that's where I used to play on a regular basis for my congregation here in Las Vegas. So it was about 19 years ago, we moved to Las Vegas and became members of this church, Beautiful Savior. We were members of this church since almost the very beginning, and we saw it grow from just a few families all the way to what it is today. And I remember sitting in this spot when we first dedicated to this church and playing for the opening service, scared to death that I was going to mess up. My hands were shaking, my heart was pounding, and I just thought, this is the last place right now that I want to be. I did not enjoy getting up in front of people and playing. And every time my pastor here would ask me to play, I would just part of me would say, oh yes, great, I get the opportunity to share some of my music, but on the other hand, I was scared to death of getting in front of people. Our music ministry has come a long way since just playing a few songs here and there during worship, and I've overcome my fears of playing in front of people. That doesn't seem to bother me much anymore. The more you do it, the easier it gets. So I just wanted to share with you, while we're here in Las Vegas, just share where it all started. This is, it's a very special place. Many of these people are like family. There's a lot of new people here that we don't know. We almost, in some respects, feel like strangers here, like it's just another congregation that we're visiting. But there are those, few people that are still left here from way back when we first started. That makes it really special to be able to come here and play. So with that, Marissa is going to be coming in here, and we're going to sing the song that kind of started everything. It was kind of my theme song here at Beautiful Savior, and it was a song I wrote long ago. It's on my first CD. The CD is called Abandon, and this song is called The Most Beautiful Thing. And it just highlights, that contrast between the beauty of God's creation and the even more beautiful thing of our salvation. So joining me now, live and in person, the ever famous,
the one and only
Marissa, Renee. And in a minute we're going to sing a song for you, but before we do that, I just thought we'd reminisce a little bit about this church, and I've been telling everyone how we've been, this is our home church. This is where it all started. And when we moved here to Las Vegas, you were like, what, 1, 2?
Boy, I thought I was less than 1. I don't know. But I was a baby. I don't remember.
She was a baby, and so she pretty much grew up in Las Vegas, in Nevada. So she's born in Wisconsin, grew up in Nevada. One of the memories that I have about this congregation, though, is I remember, and I'll see if I can find a picture of you, but Marissa made her singing debut right here in this church. She sang a solo of what was it, Oh Holy Night? Or
No, What Child Is This?
What Child Is This? And I accompanied her on the guitar. But I remember I sat right here, I think, and I played the guitar, and she sang. It was during their children's Christmas program, and you were dressed in you were one of the wise men?
I was a wise man.
She was a wise woman. And she had a robe on and a crown, and that all happened.
In the old.
That all happened right up there on that altar, and it just. And now look at Marissa, she's a professional singer. Professional and made her CD debut a couple years ago on her Christmas CD. And a famous artist as well.
I'm so famous.
Yeah.
So famous.
At least according to those 10 people that know us. So anyway, I just thought I'd reminisce about that. It's kind of neat to come back and on one hand, it's a little sad to see that everybody's growing up, and a lot of people have either passed on or moved away to other areas. The economy, when it crashed, a lot of people left Las Vegas, and so a lot of our old friends that were here left as well. But it's kind of neat to be able to see some people here and to reminisce about. How we were a big part of this church for many years, and our kids pretty much grew up here. They were involved in a lot of things, and
that's back before we were all old.
Back before I had all this gray, and I think I had a little bit more hair back then.
I had more hair too.
Yeah. She had more crooked teeth too. Yeah, now she has those straight pearls. All right, so you ready to sing a song? Let's sing a song. All right, The Most Beautiful Thing. The warm, subtle hues of a delicate bloom, and a songbird that greets the new morning. A cascading stream flowing through fields of green, and the mountains that rise up before them. And oh, so many ways the beauty of life has shined on my face. And yet I know of one thing that surpasses by far the beauty I've seen. The most beautiful thing I know is the cross with the Savior who died for us all, and the blood that flowed from his hands and feet, and the wounds he bore so that we'd be redeemed. This is the most beautiful thing. I've stood on the edge of a grand precipice, overwhelmed by the span of creation, then sat teary-eyed while the sun paints the sky as it settles beyond the horizon. And I'm still so amazed at the beauty that life has shined on my face. But one thing stands alone, unrivaled and incomparable. The most beautiful thing I know is the cross with the Savior who died for us all, and the blood that flowed from his hands and feet, and the wounds he bore so that we'd be redeemed. This is the most beautiful thing. And I'm still so amazed at the beauty that life has shined on my face. But one thing stands alone, unrivaled and incomparable. The most beautiful thing I know is the cross with the Savior who died for us all, and the blood that flowed from his hands and feet, and the wounds he bore so that we'd be redeemed.